One of my favorite and most beautiful things about crypto, and more specifically DeFi, is the power it puts in the hands of the average everyday person. Whether that is something as simple as holding Bitcoin and actually having access to an asset that is finite and secure. Then you have liquidity pools, which is a chance for you to get involved in starting a crypto business, like becoming an exchange without needing millions of dollars to start a giant crypto company and start offering assets for sale and promoting people and paying them to bring people onto the platform and make commission fees that way. It's a way for any person at any level to get started monetizing their stuff, get started at their level. DeFi is crypto by the people for the people. A lot of people ask me, how much do I need to get started? How much do I really need to make a good income off your cryptocurrency? So we have members in our community right here, right? Which again, 97 members inside, but we have members asking questions like, hey, what do you think we can do with 18 grand? And I've shown this portfolio a few times, guys, but just as an example, with $25,000, guys, we're monetizing at $100 a day, right above. We're making about $4.50 an hour. So maybe that's minimum wage if you are a server or a bartender or something, right? But we're making that at all times of the day, even while you're asleep. So while you're sleeping, you're making $4 an hour, you're making $100 a day, you're making 750 bucks a week, you're making over 3 grand a month, which, to be real with you guys, is more than some people make actually working at their jobs. Just in case anyone was out of touch and they forget that people actually make a yearly income of maybe $36,000. I know when I was working at the gym, when I was selling gym memberships, I was probably making this, if not less, guys. But this is money that's being made without me having to actually trade my time. I'm trading my assets essentially, which I've bought with time I've already committed to, and I'm compounding that. I'm earning yield on yield. I'm keeping my money moving for me at all times. And you can do the same, and this works at any level. So the message was about 18 grand. How can we monetize? And so I'm going to break that down with him this weekend on Saturday. We do our big mastermind calls. But with a 25 grand portfolio, you can kind of get an idea that this is making me almost 40 grand a year. And the APRs fluctuate all the time. Sometimes it's estimating lower than this, sometimes higher than this. You'll see it's moving nonstop, but a consistent $100 a day. And I only need and want to make a good 10% a month. If I'm making 10% a month, that would be just about, that's $2,500 a month. So if we overshoot that and we actually make 32, fantastic. Icing on the cake. But you can do this at any level. One of our guys inside the group I've been helping a little bit one-on-one with, he is making $2,000 a day consistently. With moments and times when we have high volatility, he was cooking up almost 4K a day. Now, obviously, this is something that not everyone has and something that takes a long time to build up and work up to. It really does. Unless you have a crazy high active income or you already have a nice goose egg of crypto built up, a bunch of Bitcoin that you can then monetize. And then so looking here, breaking down this 25K portfolio example a little bit more, we can look individually base chain to Avalanche, right? So base chain, a little bit more of foundational, maybe large cap plays. You could say a lot heavier in that, where it's earning a 96% APR, it's saying right now, blended for all the base chain positions. So that 18 grand that's in there, that's making me $1,300. But you'll see I have a little bit more high risk. And this is where the question comes in, how much do I need? And so I've always said that 10 grand is probably the minimum you want to really get started investing in cryptocurrency. That doesn't mean that while you're grinding your active income, making money, you can't be DCing into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, but you need to be focusing on that active income. If you don't have, bare minimum 5K, right? 10K saved up. You need to focus on that active income. Because otherwise, let's say you double your bags, but you only have $1,000. Now you have 2 grand. And while that might be life-changing for some, that's not going to generate life-changing gains realistically. Life-changing gains realistically is not going to come from 2xing $1,000, right? And you don't want to take crazy risk with your only $1,000 because if you lose it, you literally have nothing, right? So now we're playing this game. And so we can see that I have a percentage of this portfolio, and so technically this is about 20% because $1,000 of this isn't an AVAX to BTC pool, right? But it's in a little bit more DGen pools, right? And so you can see that I only have 6 grand in here, but it is out earning this 18 grand. This is a much slower burn investment on base chain, much just long-term play. And this is something that I'm using as a turbo, something to just generate income. It's income focused, a little less longevity focused, but focused on kicking me money every single day, every single month. This portfolio right here with just 6K is making me $1,800 a month. So if you're someone that's nervous to get started, doesn't know if they have enough, with $5,000 and $6,000, guys, it's making me $1,800 a month. If this was 10 grand right here, that would be this already just by itself. DeFi is truly amazing. It gives the everyday person the chance to become the exchange. We get the chance to compete with Coinbase, with Kraken, with Gemini. We get the chance to provide the service even though we're a small guy. It's decentralized finance. We're able to band together, and it saves the people that are buying and swapping the assets. It saves them money, but the fees that they are paying, because they still pay the fees, it's still a business, still a service, it goes to the people like me providing the liquidity. And the beauty is, if you just wanted to mess around, you could put $100 in here. You put $100 in. You're not going to make crazy money. If you put $600 in, you make about $200 a month off this, right? You can get started at any level. Just, again, would never put 100% of your portfolio in any one specific thing. You don't want your portfolio pegged to that. But if you're someone that doesn't have a large crypto portfolio yet and income is the problem, you should be grinding your active income, looking for ways to level up your day job, get a second job. But you could use some of your crypto to help amplify. And just think about that. Think about the extra $2,000 a month you could be making, $3,000 a month, whatever it may be. You want to look at the yearly, look at that. 6 grand is making me 22 grand a year. Think about what that unlocks for you. And you should not be visualizing buying brand new cars or buying a bunch of stupid clothes you don't need or buying all the skins in Marvel Rivals, whatever it is you may be doing, which hopefully it's not that. But you can use this to buy more of those long-term assets. You could be buying more Bitcoin, more Ethereum, more Avalanche, more Sui, more Arrow, more Brett. You could use it to buy whatever you want. And say you were just buying some ETH or Solana and you 2x this, which since you're earning this over time, you won't get a true 2x on it though, right? So say ETH pumps to 8K from where it's at right now, get a little more than a 2x, but you've been earning this gradually over time. Let's say this just pumps to like 30 grand. There's like, let's say 50% of this bag doubles. That is insane. And it is so powerful. And you can use this money you're making and you can buy those assets that you love long term. You can use it to stack stable coins on the side, right? You can take those over. I love talking about Navi. I love Sui Chain. Everyone on this channel knows I love Sui, right? I have to get a tattoo when it hits $15 this cycle. If it does, which deadline's getting closer, Sui, so you better hurry up. TikTok. But you can be stacking USDC over here, earning about 9% a year on your stable coins while you wait for a market retracement. So while you're sitting here and you're stacking 22 grand a year, while you're stacking $500 a week almost, while you're stacking, I was looking at the smaller numbers off just Avalanche, right? If you look at the whole portfolio, while you're stacking $3,000 a month, you can stack all that in stable coins if you want at 8% a year. So you're hitting about the estimated S&P-like returns with zero volatility. This is literally the holy grail of TradFi right here. TradFi guys are freaking out, getting excited over stablecoins, passing legislation. Why? Because there's zero vol and you can get 9-10% a year. This goes over that sometimes, 12%. XtraFi on Base, I've gotten over 20% on that before. Now, again, diversify your stablecoins, not just between coins, but between chains and, lending platforms as well, right? Diversification is always a good thing. Protect your wallet, seed phrase, be safe. But you're earning 10% a year while you wait for a massive dip. And if you get that moment where Bitcoin hits 75K again, where Ethereum goes back in time by like 2 to 3 years at $1,400, and you could just boom, port. Let's say you get a couple months of just stacking stable coins, you get 3 months, and then we get a giant retracement down. You got 10 grand to port in at ETH at $1,400. That's what I did. And that 10 grand of ETH is now like 26 grand right now. And you rinse, repeat over and over and over. And you can also just compound this, like we said, back into your favorite positions. Maybe just throw a little bit into stablecoins, 10%, 25%, maybe 50%. You can compound this back into pools. Keep the cash machines growing. Use your active income to buy the crypto assets you believe in. Use the crypto assets you believe in to generate more crypto income. Rinse, repeat, keep the flywheel going, stack some stables, keep them safe, and port those on any dip you have. If you want a deeper breakdown or you even want to work one-on-one with me, guys, Get involved in our community. We have 100 members inside. The link is below. We teach masterclasses on Fridays and Saturdays, and we even do one-on-one calls throughout the week, guys. So book your call down below if you guys want to get started and learn how you can take 6 grand and make almost $2,000 a month off of it. Take 25 grand, earn $3,000 a month off of it. Less risk, guys. There's so many blockchains, so many assets, so much potential in crypto and DeFi, and it gives the power back to the everyday people, me and you. It gives the power to us to actually compete with the big fish and get our piece of that pie. If you want to work with me, if you want to help build a portfolio like this, click that link in my description, book a call with me. And if not, guys, YouTube says watch this video.